Today we will discuss arches. In the first part of arches, we will discuss the components of the arches, that is, parts of the arches. Now, let us start.
You have seen the brick, and brick is this is brick. This is normal brick, but when arch is made, then bricks should be wedge shape. Wedge shape in the sense like this. This type of bricks should be there to form this arch. Because by joining this type of bricks, then proper arch can be formed. It spans an opening to support the weight of the wall and other superimposed load. You have seen in your house lintels, which are provided at the top of the door and window. Lintels, RCC lintels have been provided so that the load coming from the upside should not come to the door and window. The purpose of lintel is to disperse the load on sides. Similarly, instead of lintels in the previous days, in the previous years, arch was made when there is no steel, no concrete. Then arch is formed which divide the load coming from the top into either side. Anytime. So number one, intrados. What is intrados? This is the inner curve of an arch. This is the inner arch. If there is a arch, I can show you. If this is an arch, for example, this is an arch. Then this inner inner curve is called intrados, and outer curve is called extrados. Soffit. Inner surface of the arch is called soffit. Intrados is the inner curve, but the surface, physically, the surface is called soffit. Vice versa. These are wedge-shaped units, maybe bricks, maybe stones. Wedge shape. Then proper arch is formed. These are called Vishwa. Number 5, crown. Highest part of the extrados, that is this point, is called crown. This is a point, crown. Central, curved angular space formed between extrados and horizontal line. That is 1 minute. Yes, central. I will show you. This is called This portion is called spandrel. This portion is called in the sketch. You can see this is triangular one, triangular space formed between extrudos, two extrudos, this extrudo and this extrudo, and horizontal line. This is a horizontal line. Is called spandrel. E. Wedge-shaped unit fixed at the crown of the arch. This is key black in black color. This is key. The topmost unit is called key. Skew back. It is inclined or splayed surface on the abutment. The first brick is called skew back. Here it is not written skew back from which point the arch starts. It is inclined or splayed surface on the abutment. It can be horizontal or it can be inclined. Springing point. These are the points from which the curve of the arch spring. This is the point. This is the springing point, and this is the springing point. Two number of springing points are there always. Springing line. These are the points. Springing line is an imaginary line joining the springing points of either side. When these two springing points are joined, that is called springing line. Abutment, end point of an arch is called abutment. This is the abutment. But this is not the abutment. On the other side of this arch is not abutment because next arch starts. Then what is called it? What we will call it? Pier. This is called pier. This is called abutment. The last pier is called abutment. The last pier is called abutment, and intermediate supports are called piers. Springer. It is the first voice Vishwa at springing level. First unit. Here, intermediate sport at the arched. Intermediate sport of an arched. Then what is arched? No, we will. This intermediate sport is called pier. Arcade. It is a row of arches in continuation. If there are number of arches, two or more, then it is called arcade. Arcade, number of arches. Haunch, lower half of the arch between the crown and skew back is called haunch. Starting from the crown, this is called haunch. Ring, it is the circular course forming an arch. Forming an arch, ring forms the arch. There may be one ring, there may be two ring, there may be three ring. In this picture, how many rings are there? In this picture, how many rings are there? It is the projecting force at the upper part of the pier or abutment to stress the springing line. Impost is the projected portion. This you see, this portion, this portion. It is projected from the surface of the wall. That is called impost. especially it is at the level of springing line. It is at the level of springing line. Bed joint. Joints between the viscera which radiate from center. Bed joints are joints if this is circle, so this is center of the circle. From the center, we draw an arch. From the center, we draw an arch. Then the direction of each unit will be towards this center.